up, Inkie peeps? It's Adele from Inkie Quill, and I've got something different for you today, something I haven't showed you before, but I thought I'd show you guys over here on Patreon. A project that I did probably a year ago, but I'm relaunching it and hopefully trying it again. So let me put this to the side, this mammoth, and I'm going to show you this. So this is technically, I think it's called a glue book. That's what seems to come up online, but it's basically a book where you stick stuff. You just there's no mixed media, there's no journaling. I'm just sticking things that I like. You can add journaling, you can add mixed media and change it, whatever, but from what I've seen online, that's typically what this is called. Remember, there's no rules, so if you want to add something to it, go right ahead. This was an old exercise book that I had, and it only had a few pages left, but I wanted to use it for something. So I covered it with some wrapping paper that I had, and I really love this wrapping paper. It's very Roy Lichtenstein, which is my favorite artist of all time. It's very much like his style and aesthetic, so I had to buy about 3 rolls when I found it. So of course I've got a surplus of it. I'm putting it everywhere. For a while it actually lined my kitchen pantry shelves just because I could. So all I did was I covered it. Now the glue that I used for this was just a glue stick. Wet glue I find ruffles magazines and paper, so the glue stick is the easiest one. And I also grabbed, I don't have one here, but pretend that this is like a gift card. I also got a gift card and kind of just smoothed it out. You can do the same thing with just a soft cloth, and it smooths the wrinkles out and makes it a lot easier and flatter. So what I did in here is I kind of used it as an art journal where I didn't feel like being messy, and I just collaged different pictures that I liked. So I basically made my own hybrid magazine. Yeah, I guess you could call it that. So this was a picture that I loved, and all I did was I stuck this little word over the top of it. So some of the pictures you'll see that I did stick quite a lot to. Other pages I kind of just did one giant image that I liked, and it was just a fun way to stick and plonk. Guys, I'm all about sticking and plonking, and it was a fun thing to do. This, I added a couple, I'll bring it up so you can see. I added a couple of layers of ripped patterns that I thought were pretty. I think that looks like a man's tie, possibly. And then this cross stitch on top of this background. So it's just about sticking stuff down and playing. You can see here I've stuck quite a few extra other things. So this was very florally. I added some washi tape as well. So these are all different images, but when they're all stuck there, it kind of just looks like the one, but they are actually all stuck down. There's a lady on YouTube, what's her name? I know her name's Alison. I think her channel is Dingley Delification. I think I'll put it in the description bit below for this over on Patreon. And she does great like gluing stuff, and she journals as well. And uses it as a daily journal. And then there's another lady on YouTube that I found called, I think it was, she called it 365 journaling, or I'll put her link as well. These are just 2 images that I just love. Like they're creepy floral goodness, and I just wanted to keep them, but I didn't know what to do with them. Here I did some washi and just some text, and then cut this Jennifer Hawkins out and put her on top. I love this castle. I made it look like she was looking at the castle. So it's just a way of sticking pretty stuff that you like. Generally I find that it's bigger. So this, I really liked these girls. I liked their different skin tones and the colours of their clothes. I thought they all matched really well. And it would be very hard to cut all of them out to use for an art journal page. So I just stuck it in here. I added a few watches. I added this little quote that I liked. here's a bit of, sorry about the glare from my lights. I liked these red things, so I put them together. This one's a bit bumpy, this page. And then this page is a bit more fantasy, girly compared to the harsh pop red that you have here. So it can really just be anything you like, but it's a way to get our stash out. I know I'm not the only one that has a pile of images that I've ripped out of magazines and that I don't know what to do with. This is a great opportunity, and like I said, this is just a simple basic exercise book. I may have stuck a couple of pages together. This one doesn't feel like it is, but some of them might be a bit, maybe 2 pages stuck together. I'm sorry about the glare here, peeps. There we go. And yeah, it's just I like chairs, so I put in a thing of chairs. And that's the back cover, and we're all done. So this lady on YouTube inspired me again. She does a page in a journal like this every single day. Now, I can't do that. I'm not adding another project like that to my already millions of projects that I have. But what I've decided to do is I grabbed this sketchbook. It's a bit dented, but that's okay. It was just calling out to me. I've never had one that's like a giant textbook, and I'm a sucker for textbooks. It's by Montmart. I got mine from Hot Dollar here in Australia for, I think it was $10, and the paper is funny. If I'm being honest, it's a bit like nails on a chalkboard for me. It was in plastic, so I couldn't feel it, but I was sticking stuff on, so I knew it wouldn't matter if it was not the greatest quality paper. But it's kind of, it reminds me of really thick, rough butcher's paper. It's just, yeah, or kind of feels a little bit like homemade paper. I don't know, it's quite textured. But I just really enjoyed it, and I liked how it lies flat, which is really, really nice. I love books that lie flat, that you don't have to, you know, cran around. And so what I've decided to do is, I think, I'm still umming and ahhing, but I think this would be a nice place to do kind of glue book weekly how I'm feelings. So not ephemera pieces. So like on my desk here, where did it go? Here. On my desk here I have these little bits from when I went to the art gallery. Not stuff like this, which is what she kind of does, because I'd be more likely to put this in my project life, but more so just how I'm feeling. So if, let's say we have we've just come back from a weekend away, so I might do 1 page, I might do 10 pages. It doesn't really matter, and I might not do a page for that week. It's just a weekly little peek as to how I'm feeling. I think it might also be nice for my, you know, for my anxiety to track how my weeks have been. I might even do like a color coding kind of thing for, oh, someone's attacking something in the back room. Bunnies, let's pop it because Frida's right next to me. But for example, we just had, I have to go investigate this, hang on. Naughty thing was trying to get into the spare room, which she's not allowed in because there's all sorts of paper and ornate furniture that she wants to eat in there. But yeah, so this past weekend, we went away for the weekend for Father's Day, and it was busy, but it was happy, and we did lots of driving. So I might find some photos, flip through a couple of magazines and find some pictures of landscapes or the open road or cars. I might even stick in some pictures of the snacks that we ate from the grocery brochure if they're there. They're always there. It's salt and vinegar chips and choc chip cookies. That's our go-to, and plain bread rolls. I'm sure I can find some pictures in a grocery brochure of those 3 things. And just kind of stick in some bits and pieces. Some weeks, if, for example, I don't have anything on my desk in hand. Alright, I literally just tore some things out. I'm just going to put that there to counteract the glare. There we go. So, for example, for this first one, actually, do you know what? Let's do a quick one now. I'm going to leave the first page because the first page is kind of glued to that one a little bit. And I'm wondering, and I'll probably end up just gluing those together because that will be a really annoying page to do, and there's a bit of a mark there. So I'm going to glue those together. I think I'm going to do like a scripty quote introduction as to what this is. And I'm going to start on this page. I was just flipping through a Vogue magazine that I had, and I found this page. Now, these aren't the people that I spent with on the weekend, but I want this to be a non-photo kind of project. So I've got so many photo projects. I just want it to be a kind of stick and plonk kind of thing. So we went and visited Aaron's grandparents, and they met Archie for the first time. And I think this would be a really cute, because we went for, it was all drives through the Bathurst countryside and all of the old houses, and there's an elderly lady here, and this to me just kind of sums up the feeling of the weekend, of nostalgia, of older buildings, and just warmth. So I know that sounds really lame, but it's how I'm feeling. So I'm going to, now you could use your trimmer, of course, but you know how I roll. Very rarely do I use my trimmer. Alright, does that fit? Yes, it does. Now, I've also got to leave a little spot for the date. And I think I might start to use my date stamps more often, because I've got quite a few of them. I might actually cut this a tiny bit shorter, like so. And I really like the rough edge over here. It's just a nice little detail, and I might just quickly write like a sentence as to what it is so that I remember. But I'm going to stick that up there, and like I said, I'm just going to use my glue stick. My favorite is the Bostik, or the Bostik brand, mainly because, hang on, I'm going to scrap piece of paper. Oh, that's card. Let me get an actual scrap. I do like to glue right to the edges. Yeah, I like the Bostik brand mainly because the Bostik and Yoo-Hoo seem to be the two major brands over here. And I am going to glue the whole thing just to make the bubbles less visible. Bostik and Yoo-Hoo seem to be the two big brands, and the Yoo-Hoo ones have a screw lid, which drives me bonkers because it gets all glued up, and yes, it's very annoying. So you can see I'm just kind of smoothing it all down, and then where is a gift card? Hello, gift card. I had you there. Oh, here we go. Found it. And then I'm just going to smooth it down like so. Oh, that's pretty. And I think I might go on, I was just going to start on this page and have this one blank, but I think I might go over here too. I'm going to do this little book page. Oh, I wanted to keep this one because I had Christmas morning on it. Alright, I'll be back. New book page. Alright, I've got something even better. So this is a sewing page, and then this is a dictionary page with the word family on it, and a napkin, a new napkin that I've bought. So I don't know whether I want to kind of layer. I think I might layer them like that, but the hoarder in me is saying that means you can cut this bit off. And I'm really sorry if you can hear the bunnies. They're going hardcore, just oh, it's Frida this time. They're going hardcore destroying and digging to China. Frida's latest thing has been digging. I don't know if it's because it's cold and it's her natural instinct to dig when it gets cold. But she has been digging like a crazy woman. The reason why I'm putting the sewing pattern in is because, did I do the right side? Yes. Is because Aaron's, and I know it's sewing, it's not knitting, but it's the best I can do. Aaron's nan, who Archie met for the first time, has knitted him a gorgeous, gorgeous little cardigan, bright red cardigan, which I love, and he wore it while we're in there. Oh my goodness, Frida, calm your farm, calm down. I'm also going to do a little picture of food, because even though we didn't eat this food that I got from a magazine, we had a lovely lunch at his aunt's house. I'm going to put that on. I'm wondering, I might be able to, oh my goodness, I really, I kind of hope you can hear her so that you know what I'm talking about. Or do I just want that sprig? Maybe I just want this bit. Nothing too big. Alright, change of mind. I'll use that for another project. This is a beautiful napkin that I got from, I think it was from Hot Dollar. Again, Aussie peeps. And I'm just going to, now napkins are hard to cut. If I thought about it, I probably would have kept on that other layer just to give it a bit more thickness, but you know, I didn't, but that's all right. We're working with it, and I apologize in advance if I enable you to add another project. Now this is gonna rip, isn't it? All right, we'll do a twisty method. Oh, be careful with it. So usually in an art journal I would use matte gel medium, but I want to keep this to dry glue in here. There's some flowers. Pretty. All right, I want to highlight the word family somehow. I think I'm just going to grab one of my Tombos and highlight family, and maybe maybe do a little messy box. I might grab a pencil just to give it a bit of extra something, and then I'm going to leave the bunnies for another time. I might actually stick in from my Reset Girl kit, which I haven't used yet. I might stick in this little lady, because that's what I picture Aaron's nan looking like in her younger days. And I might do another little floral just to tie in that purple a little bit. I'm going to grab my date stamp and put the date. September the 3rd. Now I always do date stamps on a separate piece of paper first, because knowing my luck, here we go, I got it right, but knowing my luck, usually I'd get it wrong. I think I'm going to do the date here. I might do a bit of a ghost stamp, and then grab my, let's go 0.2, and I need something about father or dad as well. I'm just going to put one sentence. I'm going to put travelled to Bathurst for Father's Day, so Archie could meet the fam for the first time. Alright, I just need one thing about dads. I might even just get some stickers and put father. I realised that I have done my Father's Day printables, which I haven't printed yet. So I might, I'm going to do this because Archie's asleep right now and I need to try and do stuff while I can. No, it's calling over here. I think I might go sideways. And I'm going to do fathers in capital. No, I'm not, because there's no H's. I'm going to do fathers in lowercase. F-A-T-H-E-R-S. Yep. And I'm just going to stick these down. So yeah, it's just, I want it to be a quick project. If I just feel like sticking some stuff down, there might be some weeks that I'm not actually recording a thing, but I'm just sticking down some pictures that I liked, but I'm going to make it not photos, but just a little, oh, I broke my H, that's okay. We can make it work. And I really want a finished giant textbook like journal. Let's be real. Because I just think, I look at these people online that have them, that do big giant sketchbooks, and they're beautiful. You know what, that lowercase f is annoying me because it's a proper noun, because it's the name of a day. That's the teacher inside me. Do you know what, I was talking to Aaron the other day. What is something that will turn you off doing business with a company? For me, it's incorrect grammar and capitalization. I can't stand it when businesses do random capital letters in the middle of sentences that aren't meant to be there, or they won't capitalize something that's meant to be capitalized. Drives me batty, absolutely batty. But yeah, I can't. We were behind I think it was like a garage door fixer person, and I was looking at his advertisement at the back, and the capitals were just everywhere, and I just couldn't bring myself to to use that person. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I just couldn't. I'm also going to add this little one because Aaron usually only talks to his grandparents and his dad via the phone because we live quite far away. So I'm actually going to stick that down there because it's a vintage phone, and that's it. So I'm calling it done. I don't want to put too much extra effort, too much thought into it, but I think it will be a nice little project just to document. You know, I could do it every I'm not going to do it every day, but I could do it every week if I want to, or I could save it up for when there's big things, or if I'm just feeling sad, I might put a little picture of someone who looks like, or blue, I might use the ocean. If I'm feeling really happy, I might do a girl in a pretty party dress. It's just, I think it might be a nice way to track things. So I might come up with some sort of color coding system and do maybe a little heart next to the date. I'm going to say that pink is happy. I'm going to do a little pink heart, and oh, don't worry, I'm going to do the color coding afterwards. I know you're saying, Adele, you're going to forget what it means. No, I won't. And maybe this purple might be busy with lots of people, because if you guys listen to my channel, I have social phobia, so I get a little bit overwhelmed sometimes in big social situations, but I just need a break. I can't do day after day after day after day of seeing lots of people. I have to spread it out. But yeah, I was happy. I did pretty good. So that's it. So let me know if you do any sort of glue book projects. You never know, the next, I found this picture which I really liked. If I'm feeling a bit, you know, pondering the world's questions one day, I might just stick that in, put the date. I might not even write anything, just put the date and call that one done. So they don't have to be collaged like this. I'm not setting myself any rules. Ooh, that's gorgeous as well. That's all about Fashion Week. Oh, I like that too. Why do they put pretty things on both sides? It's like scrapbook paper. They always put pretty things on both sides. All right, let's check on the Archman. He's still asleep, which is good. So I've got enough time to make another video for you. I'll probably check in. I might check in close to Christmas with you with this project and let you know how I'm going, if I've kept it up with it, because let's be real, some projects I don't finish, and I'm human. That's okay. No pressure. It's all good. But I think this would be fun to do. This is the type of project, there's a million pages in this book for starters, but it's the type of project, it's not dated, so there's no pressure of having it all done by the end of the year, or because it's dated for 2017. It's very similar to my traveler's notebook insert, which I'm going to do a flip through of almost, because I'm almost finished. I've only got maybe like 8 pages to go, but I don't do these every day. I just whenever I feel like it, and I think that's what this might be. Now let's see. I hate it when companies put on stickers that don't peel off. Oh, we're in luck. Thank goodness. Now you know what I'm going to do. If you're a watcher of my Let's Get Inky channel, I have my journaling on maths book, which is a project that I may have neglected a little bit, but this will take up a lot of space. Here it is. So this will take up a lot of space on my labels page. Look at that. That's making that page a lot more full than it is. Let me know if you'd like me to do a process video on this. So this is my journaling on maths book, and it's kind of a similar concept to that, but in categories. So for example, this is my perfume page. So I have all these perfumes that I want to stick in. My favorite page is the blue. Well, here's some tags. Oh, this is a nice one. Look at the washi. Look at all that delicious washi. I love this page. This is my space stamps, which is a very specific niche category. But believe me, I apparently had enough. I think they're Russian. They're from somewhere that has different alphabet than us. But yeah, so let me know if you'd like me to do a process video on this anytime soon. And I think that might be it for this video. So thanks for joining me today, guys, and I will see you all very, very soon, and hopefully this guy will have some pages done in a few months' time and I can share it again with you. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to give this a little love heart if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.